Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Enchanted Ways. I am Danielle, and we are doing Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Chapter 9. Okay, The Return Man. So Sabrina visits Harvey right after Tommy comes home, and Tommy's not talking, he's not eating, he's like a zombie. The doctor tells them it's shock because, it's a traumatic event to be hit on the head in the mind. And then be stuck in there. But we both know that the way that hat was set up, it's a little more than shock going on. So Ambrose and Hilda are talking, trying to figure out where Zelda has been all this time, gallivanting around town with Father Blackwood. I can't even remember what they were talking about in the kitchen because my note says Ambrose's smile is great. But he has like the biggest like kid smile I've ever seen on a grown man this side of the Mississippi. And it's quite cute. I like it. So he's a cute cat. Not my type, but he's not ugly. So Blackwood asks Zelda to be the unholy godmother to the twins. She accepts, and she's very honored by that because she likes Blackwood, let's be real. And he also puts her in charge of the choir at the Academy of Unseen Arts because that was a Lady Blackwood's job, and she's out of commission right now. 13 months of pregnancy, child. That is just evil. Okay. Ambrose and Sabrina talk about Tommy, and Ambrose finds out he's not eating. It's like, okay, that's a really bad sign. And Sabrina's steady talking about, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna fix it. Ambrose has had it with her. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit back and let you do what you think you can do. So we go on over to the Academy of Unseen Arts, and all of the girls are in their room and they're praying, and Agatha starts vomiting dirt, graveyard dirt. So Nicholas astral projects and tells Sabrina what's going on with Agatha, and Sabrina lies to him and says, everything is all right with Tommy, she'll be fine. The one doesn't have anything to do with the other, just lying through her teeth and trying to convince herself basically more than she's trying to convince Nicholas. Okay, let's be real. He is a full-blooded witch and, farther along than she is in the study. So he's like, yeah, you hope everything is okay. You don't know everything is okay. So Sabrina sends Salem to watch over Harvey because, they don't know what Tommy's capable of because that's not really Tommy. So Mr. Putnam thinks Susie then lost all her marbles because he keeps catching her, overhearing her talking to somebody he knows nobody is on this farm but him and her. And she's steady talking to Dorothea, and like Dorothea's, I can't wait to see whether Dorothea is really Dorothea, because Dorothea keeps getting Susie to do things that she doesn't have any business doing. So like the latest thing she wanted her to do was go shoplift, but we'll revisit that. So Sabrina tries to sneak the book she stole, the Book of the Dead that she stole from Miss Woodwell, back onto her shelf. Stay over there, you. Damn you. Okay, so forget it. I give up. And Woodwell catches her. It's like, did you feel the Santa Diabla, the ill wind roll in? And Sabrina's like, no, I was just at home minding my business, and lies and says, she wasn't trying to take the book. She was trying to take another book. Okay. Roz and, oh, hold on, wait a minute. We go over to Baxter High. I know what the school is called now, Baxter High. And Roz, rolls up on Sabrina's like, is it true? Is Tommy really back? And Sabrina's like, yeah, it's a miracle. And Roz is like, or the complete opposite, because I had a dream about him last night and like dogs were tearing Tommy's body apart. So we go on over to back at the academy with Ambrose and Father Black talking to each other and, just checking in with Ambrose, see how he likes, his new set of freedom. I call it set of freedom because he's not actually, the sentence on him hasn't actually been lifted, but Blackwood does present him with a familiar, Leviathan of all things. So, he was really humbled by that. So humbled, in fact, that he had to thank the person responsible, Luke, by giving him some sweet pussy in Blackwood's office. And Prudence and all of them roll up on him. It's like, where is my father at? Well, he's making his rounds. Like, okay, you're a Spellman. You're going to help us figure out what's wrong with Agatha. Because Sabrina talking about everything is okay with Tommy, but Agatha over here vomiting gravel. Okay? So Ambrose calls Hilda. It's like, I don't know much about the decaying pit, but she does. So now, oh no, we're not there yet, because I'm about to skip over. Okay, so Hilda comes and prescribes a fake tonic for Agatha, fizzy water, and cayenne pepper, and Prudence isn't buying it. Like, this is it? This child is over here looking like something, half dead, and she technically is, and Alka-Seltzer and cayenne pepper is supposed to help her out. So Hilda's like, goes in the hall with Ambrose and is like, the earth is owed a soul, okay? She's spitting up gravel, not graveyard dirt, okay? So what is going on? Why is she even in this predicament in the first place? Why was she in the cane pit in the first place? So Ambrose tells Hilda everything. So Sabrina and Roz visit Tommy and Harvey just to see what's going on with Tommy, because Sabrina wants Roz to touch Tommy, see what kind of vision she can have. So she does. And before she can get over to Tommy good, to say anything to him so he can recognize Roz or whatever, Sabrina had to put her hand on Roz's shoulder like this bitch won't go see something when she touched her. And what did she see? She saw old, nasty, hideous looking hag, just like something out of Salem. Y'all remember that show on WGN? Like their hag form was horrible. That's what she saw. And Sabrina ain't that cute of a girl to begin with. I mean, damn, Susie looked better than her. And that's not saying much. So her witch form is quite horrible. So Roz had to get the hell out of Dodge. Like, oh, what are you? I got to get out of here. Yeah, I saw Tommy, but I had to go. And Sabrina's like, I got to go right now. She wanted to go, but she couldn't. But saved by Tommy's and Harvey's dad when he come in. What the hell are y'all doing here? And like, this isn't a peep show. You don't get to come, and gawk at the freak. So they hear you up, they leave. And Sabrina's like, what are you not telling me, Roz? I'm like, no, nothing. Not what I saw is what I told you. What I told you is what I saw. So, okay. Now we'll do the shoplifting thing. So Dorothea is persuading, or did persuade, because she was actually in there doing it, persuaded Susie to steal a book out of the bookstore. And while she's trying to do it, those football players, come up to her again, trying to poke some fun. And Hilda steps in, to the rescue and just reads old boy for filth. Like, read him for filth and reads him psychically. So knew all his little dirty little business and know why he's a bully. He was actually violated as a child at summer camp and nobody believed him. His mama made him wash his mouth out with soap until he just, stopped telling the truth. And they had to hurry up and get the hell out of Dodge, because not only is that his tea, the friend tea is that he's in love with the daggone, his best friend, his little football player friend. Because I don't know these people's name, and does it really matter? Because they probably gonna end up dead somehow, real early on in the second season. Who knows? I mean, they're supporting characters. I can't see some kind of huge plot twist that puts them in the limelight, but who knows? So Susie runs out, drops the book, and Hilda's like, oh, she's so embarrassed. Like, I can, buy the book for you. It's okay. But she runs out, and then she goes to talk to Dorothea, and Dorothea wants to know everything that happened at the bookstore. How did it feel? Did you, because she sends her on these little missions to do things out of her character and then come back and report to her, how did it feel? And so Susie's like, I didn't get to go through with it. Hilda Spellman was there and started saying secret things about the football player. And Dorothea's like, well, are the Spellmans still witches? And so that cat is out of the bag. Hilda confronts Sabrina. Okay. I'm switching all about. It's okay. Because I'm trying to get through this to make up for Friday, then so I can get to the other one, chapter 10. And I'm probably going to end up, I don't know what I'm going to do, chapter 11. I really like chapter 11, but it's kind of a standalone episode, so I might just wait. I don't know. We'll see. Because I intended to do all 3 chapters today and just put them up and be done with it so I can, be recouped and ready for when April 5th comes and the new season comes out. Because I know I'm going to I don't know, just want to binge watch it and whatever. So, yeah, I might do 10 and 11 today. I don't know. It's getting kind of late and, mommy duties call. So we'll see. Anywho, Sabrina is confronted by Hilda because Sabrina thinks it's Ambrose rolling up on her. Well, they're in his room, so, naturally. And, Hilda's like, the one thing I told you not to do, you went and did it. And Sabrina's steady talking about, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to fix it, I'm going to go into limbo. And Hilda's like, what makes you think you can go into limbo because you're, half mortal? But Sabrina is hell-bent on doing whatever the fuck she wants to do, basically. So we go on over to, it's a lot of flip-flopping back and forth to this episode, so maybe it's not just me, now that I think about it. We flip back to the Academy of Unseen Arts. There, Zelda's there directing the choir, and Agatha drags her dirty ass in, talking about, help me. And Blackwood is like, what in the hell is going on? Prudence snitched real quick. It's all Sabrina. She did this. She wanted to save the mortal boy, and I don't care about him. I want my sister help. Blackwood is like, take her to the infirmary where you should have took her ass. And, he is just too through and is upset with Zelda. Like, you don't have no control over this child, so I'm going to have to go and find this boy, this zombie, and kill him. And Zelda, pleads with him, please, let me handle this. My niece, let me try to rectify this. But Blackwood gets a kick out of how Zelda is so, obedient and so traditional and everything. He really gets a kick out of that. You can see that in his eyes. So Ambrose discovers why Tommy isn't hungry, because while Hilda and Sabrina are talking up in his room. He comes in like, I need y'all to come down to the mortuary right now. Turns out Tommy ain't hungry because he down in the mines nibbling on corpses and stuff, and we see bite marks. Like, I guess the full zombie hasn't come out yet. He's like, okay, we know why he's not hungry yet. So he's just biting on them right now. Seeing how they taste. I guess they not rotten enough for him. I don't know. But he hasn't eaten anybody yet. So it's like, oh my God, we got to get Harvey up out of there. And so Sabrina comes over to Harvey's house with some water, spiked with a sleeping potion. And Harvey's dad is rushing out like, girl, don't you go in there. He's a wild animal. Because Tommy, he deserved it. Let's be real. Tommy grabbed him up by the throat because the dad was taunting Tommy, like, hello, is anybody home? Yelling at him. He was drunk as usual. And Harvey's like, stop. And his dad punches him in the face. And Tommy, grabs old boy by the throat and tries to kill him. So Sabrina gives Harvey the water to give to Tommy, puts him to sleep. And she comes busting home talking about, so I was like, I really don't give two fucks what you need because you have really outdone yourself this time. Like, first of all, Spellmans aren't, what are you as a Spellman doing necromancy? So I don't know whether they're supposed to be, the light side of witches, or maybe I'm not even remembering that correctly. Who knows? So Zelda and Sabrina go at it. Everybody is like, listen, you are on your own because you just don't have no respect and you don't care and you're reckless and you're just going to have to learn the hard way, just like all of us did, that magic has a price and you can't just do whatever you want. So Sabrina asks Wardwell for help going into mortal limbo. Wardwell helps her. But going into limbo isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's a soul eater there and some other stuff going on. So they go to the portal in the woods. Wardwell's holding a ball of yarn so Sabrina can tug on it, and find the way back because it's so foggy in limbo. So she ends up finding Tommy. The Soul Eater comes. They run him. The Soul Eater gets him. She's still talking about she can fix it. Let me go back. Okay, just ridiculous. Okay, but before she even finds Tommy, she finds her mom. And her mom is confused. Like, I had you baptized. What are you doing here? Her mom thinks she's dead. And like, they took you after you were baptized. And Sabrina's like, who took me? Then the Soul Eater comes. Then she finds Tommy. So, we go back to the Academy of Unseen Arts. Blackwood tells Prudence, listen, I can't trust these hoes. I need you to go. I need you and Dorcas, since y'all so cutesy-tootsy and want to be doing necromantic rites, you go over there and kill Tommy. So they go to do that, but Nicholas stops them, puts railroad spikes in their footprints and stops them. Sabrina bears her soul to Harvey, tells, him she's a witch. All of the spells that she's been doing on Tommy and on him, making him forget and all of these different things. And, he's like, listen, we not together anymore. I don't want to talk to you for a long time and I just can't trust you. Like, you've done entirely too much. And so Sabrina tells Harvey, look, I'm going to have to kill Tommy. She says it really nice. So it took Harvey a while to realize what she was saying. I'm going to have to kill Tommy, to make things right, to restore balance. And Harvey's like, no, I don't want you doing anything else to him. So he kills Tommy himself. And Sabrina is just too through and devastated that her little puppy love is over. And Zelda's waiting for her at the door, ready to chew her out, it seems. But Sabrina's just too broken and too devastated and just collapses on the steps and starts crying. So Zelda can't do anything but console her. And that's how it ends, y'all. Okay, this is pretty long, but I'm very fast. So, no, I'm going to try and keep it shorter. Still try to keep it under 15 minutes, okay? But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, you better do it. Don't just be looking at me. Subscribe. Okay? So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. Bye.